Coming up today, a look at two golf courses designed by the same golf course architect, Stephen K.
These designs at McCullough's are not exact replicas, they're more inspiration. So much like what Stephen K., our architect, did at the
Parkland style golf course, which means tree lined, tee to green, is designed by Stephen K. As you can tell by this.
Golf clothing evolved through the ages.
Well, golf in the beginning.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management with Owen Coloche. I'm Harry Donahue, and today our third in a series of special reports on PlayGolfAC.com.
Now, obviously, Harry, we're not at the shore right now.
No.
We are at the beautiful Churchville Inn in Bucks County, and later on in the show, we have our teed off segment from the bar. A lot of great things here.
Let's check the menu here for golf, not food, where they have some great baby back ribs, by the way. Coming up today, a look at two golf courses designed by the same golf course architect, Stephen K. Now, although they're designed by the same guy,
Very different.
they are very different. One is a link-style course. In fact, it's McCulla's Emerald Golf Links, and the other is Harbor Pines. We'll be back with the general manager of both, Tom Sullivan from McCullough's and Bob Ewing from Harbor Pines, as we continue on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank doing what counts, by PlayACGolf.com. Visit PlayACGolf.com to plan your Atlantic City golf getaway, where the play continues well into the night. By Club Champion, better fit, lower scores. Visit our Bala Kenwood location. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.
Early mornings, late nights, and way too many takeout dinners. Running a business takes energy, determination, and sacrifice. And whether you're a startup, well-established, or somewhere in between, the people of Susquehanna Bank have the knowledge to help you succeed. From cash management solutions to the benefits of local loan decisions, we help keep your business moving ahead. Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts for businesses like yours. Member FDIC.
Hi everyone, Ron Jaworski here. I just want to let you in on a little secret. Here, just outside of Atlantic City, you'll find some of the top-rated golf courses in the world. Imagine playing these championship courses during the day, then playing your hand at something else at night. Casinos, bars, clubs, shows. Atlantic City has something for all the ways you like to play. So pack your bags for the ultimate golf getaway. Do AC and play AC Golf. AC Golf, where the play continues well into the night.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management. You know, when you head to Egg Harbor Township to McCulla's Emerald Golf Links, as soon as you get on the grounds, you have the feel of being literally thousands of miles away. Yes, if it feels like we've crossed the pond, then architect Stephen K. has certainly done his job.
Here on the 14th hole at McCullough's Emerald Golf Links, this is a design after the famed 14th hole at St. Andrews. Much like our other holes, or our 17 other holes at McCullough's Emerald Golf Links, each hole is inspired by particular European designs. But these designs at McCullough's are not exact replicas, they're more inspiration. So much like what Stephen K., our architect, did at the Architects Club in northern Jersey, he did here at McCullough's, but he did it with the actual designs of holes of other golf courses.
Some of the other familiar inspired by names include Carnoustie, Turnberry, Royal Dornoch, and Glen Eagle.
So the 14th hole again is designed after the 14th at St. Andrews. It's a par 5. We have Hell's Bunker, not quite as hellish as Hell's Bunker at St. Andrews. Hell's Bunker at St. Andrews is a very deep bunker, a large bunker. Here at McCullough's, we've got the similar shape of Hell's Bunker, but it doesn't have the depth that Hell's Bunker does over at St. Andrews. 7th hole is the only hole on the golf course that is not designed after one of the famed European designs. Stephen K. designed this after design that Alistair McKenzie, who had He had entered it into Country Life magazine, and he won an award which catapulted his career as a golf course architect. The waste area that you see was in the design that was entered into the contest was intended to be the Atlantic Ocean. This hole in particular is a good representation of McCullough's and its design. You really see the mounds along this hole. You see some fescue, although it's not the main hazard on this hole. The main hazard on this hole is particularly the weights bunker itself. Most people tend to try to carry it straight over at the 150 marker. From these tees, it's about a 180-yard carry. That's option one. When you take option one, you are contending with some pot bunkers that are out in the middle of the fairway. Option two would be to take a shorter shot, maybe with a 3-iron or a 4-iron, and go for the island fairway. And the third option is to play it along the right-hand side. You can bomb it out just about anywhere. It's pretty wide. You definitely need to choose your clubs wisely on this hole. Again, wind is always a factor at McCullough's and how you play it, because you're talking about 3 or 4 different golf courses depending on which way the wind is coming from.
Oh yes, the wind. McCulla's Emerald Golf Links was built on a former landfill, making use of the hilly terrain to mimic conditions found overseas.
Our par 5s at McCullough's are fairly short to an extent. It's a risk reward. Our 14th is a hole that for the long hitter can definitely make birdie on this hole, but you still have to make sure that your ball's in play. Much like the rest of the golf course, there's tall fescue that lines this hole. This hole is unique because it has trees along the right-hand side. Most of the other holes in the golf course do not have trees. We're more of a true link-style golf course where the hazards that you must deal with is the fescue as well as the tricky winds. So after your drive, you'll have a decision process to make. If you have the length to go for the green, you'll have to contend with this bunker. In most cases, you'll want to lay up, but if you've got the opportunity to go for the green, you'll definitely have to consider a missed shot could possibly end up in this bunker. Hole number 18. This is a design after Presswick number 4. This is a great finishing hole. In my opinion, it may be one of the best finishing holes in South Jersey. Again, in the spirit of McCullough's and the elevation changes, we've got an elevated tee box going down to a fairly short par 4. From the tips, it's 358 yards to the green. Water to the right. Risk-reward hole. Some of the longer hitters try to hit it over the fairway bunker on the right-hand side, but obviously water's going to come into play on this hole. Couple of fairway bunkers on the left-hand side. I believe they're more aesthetic in the sense that you don't really find yourself in the bunkers on the left-hand side. And once you, the approach shot is going to be anything from a wedge to basically a 120-yard shot. So it's a fun hole to finish on, possible birdie hole. And the green is interesting. It's fairly simple, one of our smaller greens. However, again, there's a little bit of undulation, particularly in the back right portion of the green. This is just truly a memorable, fun hole. It's a hole that'll make you want to come back and play McCullough's.
Challenging and fun. In fact, the 7th was named by Golf Digest as one of the most fun holes in America in 2011.
McCullough's is a challenging golf course, but we have tee boxes that are properly placed for all levels of golfers to enjoy. Most of the holes don't require a forced carry, but there is an essence of risk-reward here. It's great for every golfer that comes to McCullough's Emerald Golf Links. Most of the golf courses you play anywhere, you'll have one or two memorable holes, but here at McCullough's, people walk away and tell me that they've got 5 and 6 and even 7 holes that they remember playing. So we also have a great pub and restaurant inside you can enjoy after the 18th hole. The course has been in really good shape, particularly this season. It's been the best shape that the golf course has been since we opened in 2010.
It's also worth mentioning that this worldly experience is very affordable.
We hope to see you at McCullough's Emerald Golf Links. Come and visit us. You won't be disappointed with your experience here.
Thanks for the tip, Tom. And coming up, we'll go across the street with Ellen. A look at Harbor Pines next on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management.
At this moment, across the country, families are packing their bags for a getaway. And no matter where they end up, they'll all be home by dinner. Plan your own at playgolfamerica.com. From finding fun and affordable programs to finding advice from PGA and LPGA professionals, playgolfamerica.com has a way for you to get away. Visit today for details. playgolfamerica.com, your link to the game.
Here's a chance for you to get away and play some great golf at a great resort.
The Iberostar Golf Team Championship Mexico, hosted by the spectacular Iberostar Cancun Resort and Spa.
The date is February 24th to the 28th, and it's open to
teams of 2 amateurs playing a best ball format, or pro plus 3 amateurs playing in a pro-am division.
And it's an all-inclusive.
All your meals, premium drinks, entertainment, and fantastic golf.
For more information,
IberostarGolfResort.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management. We continue our tour of the shore. Just right next door to McCullough's, we head to Harbor Pines, just an absolutely magnificent course, and General Manager Bob Ewing gives us an up-close and personal tour.
The course was built in 1996. It is designed by Stephen Kay. As you can tell by this hole, number 13, this is a very typical Stephen Kay design. Risk reward on most holes where there's bunkering in strategic places. Larger greens, larger fairways, but on the greens there's some tricky pin placement. So that adds to the character of the facility here, and generally this is one of those courses where people love coming back time after time because it offers a different challenge each time they're here.
Kay built the Harbor Pines layout through 520 acres of southern Jersey's pine forest, including 12 acres of water, most of which add to its beauty, if not its challenge.
It's a parkland style facility, so it's been open we just celebrated our 15th year anniversary last year. Parkland style golf course, which means tree lined, tee to green. The course from the front tees plays only 5,000 yards, so for a novice golfer or somebody who may not feel quite interested in their game to the point where they feel very confident, they won't be intimidated by the front tees. If you stretch it back to the back tees here, it plays almost 7,000 yards. So from high handicapper to low handicapper, it's a very playable, player-friendly course for everybody that can play.
In fact, Golf for Women magazine rated Harbor Pines one of the top 100 women-friendly courses in all of the U.S.
Here we are in hole number 15, a typical Stephen Kay design. The front tees measure 105 yards, but the back tees measure 195 yards. So 90 yards from front tee to back tee, which again, it really is an attraction for every level of golfer here. And as you can see behind me, although this is a visually deceiving hole and looking very short in length, when the flag is tucked behind that bunker on the front left-hand side, it can be a very difficult shot, and people generally don't judge at that distance quite as well, so it can be a very difficult hole.
Sporting an average green size in excess of 6,500 square feet, there are plenty of options for pin placement, adding to the challenge and to the interest of the course.
You know, it's a great thing at Harbor Pines. Our front nine is actually harder than our back nine. So if you can handle the front nine and get to the back nine, chances are you're going to feel a little bit better about yourself at the end of the round, because the back nine does tend itself to be a scorer's back nine, where you can get out there and make some pars or hopefully some birdies and kind of bring that score back into check and actually feel good about your round. Here we are at our 9th hole, and without a doubt, it is one of the most challenging holes here at Harbor Pines. It's a very long par 4, although from the front tees it only measures 346 yards, but from the back tees it is 470 yards to the hole. trouble all around on this hole. We have bunkering down the left, bunkering down the right, and water to the left-hand side. So your tee shot is at premium here. The best bet is to keep it to the right-hand side of the fairway, leaving yourself a very long iron into the green, which is slightly elevated. I tell people all the time, play this like a par 5. Just make sure your tee shot is in the fairway. Make sure you set up your second shot to the left side of the bunker that's further down the fairway. Try to hit a nice shot into the green and try to one putt. And if you do that, great. But if you two putt and you make 5, I think you should be happy with that score. Again, this is a very, very difficult hole, more because of the length, but also because, again, Stephen K. Design, he has set trouble up all the way down the hole. And if you're not privy to that information playing the hole, chances are you're going to wind up in one of those either sand bunkers or in the water, and now you're staring at a big number. But definitely one of the most challenging holes here at Harbor Pines, and definitely a player favorite here. Here on number 13, we have a hole that measures about 400 yards in length. Not the longest hole on the golf course, but definitely very tricky. If you see over my shoulder, fairway bunkering on both sides of the fairway, which is very visually deceiving because there's a deep undulation after the fairways, which the golfers don't see from the tee. So the risk is always to try to hit it over the bunkers to leave yourself a very clean shot into the green. But if you don't, you're faced with a very difficult shot from those bunkers and trying to get it to the green. Once on the green, very large green here, very undulated again, and you'll see the pin placement can be very tricky, which could lead to a high score, or if you're putting well that day, a very good score. Okay, here we're on hole number 18, and it's an absolutely awesome finishing hole. It measures 425 from the front tees, 495 from the back tees. And it is a par 5, but it's a very short par 5, but don't be fooled. There is trouble down the left, there is trouble down the right. Although it's a slightly elevated green, there is a lot of undulation on this green and a lot of tricky pin placement. So if you can carry the front bunker on your tee ball, your second shot will leave you quite a ways out, which you can reach the hole, but don't be deceived by the bunker that's on your right-hand side, because it will still leave you approximately 75 yards into the green and makes it a very difficult hole to play from there. But if you stay in the fairway, which is very generous in size, stay out of the trees, you're going to do very well on this hole.
Repeat play is due in part to Harbor Pines' consistently pristine playing conditions.
You know, my first year being down in the Jersey Beach area, I've been pleasantly surprised being here that this course in particular, people continue to come back and rave about. We've had excellent conditions this year. It's helped build our membership here, and the transient golfers that come down here all the weekends make this one of their must-play courses all the time. So it's been very positive here. We truly believe that we're the northern Ocean City, Maryland, Myrtle Beach destination in this area. And we continue to promote that because there are many golf courses in this area, there's many different choices. You've got a Parkland style here, you've got a Scottish style right up the road, and you've got your more traditional New Jersey type pine barren golf courses within the area as well. So there's plenty of choices right off the beaten path, 90 minutes from downtown Philadelphia, so it's a great attraction for people.
It's a beautiful course, and Bob Ewing says Harbor Pines welcomes everyone.
Harbor Pines is a facility that's good for every type of golfer. Being here at the Jersey Beach area, we cater to the family. Our amenities are fantastic here. A beautiful 18-hole golf course, driving range facility that you can practice and hone your game. Fantastic grill and banquet area. And again, our customer service here, like everywhere down at the Jersey Beach area, is second to none. So Harbor Pines is one of the gems of the Jersey Beach area. We want you to coming back time after time. Please give us a call. We hope you enjoy it here. Love having you.
Thanks very much, Bob. It certainly is one of the gems of the Jersey Shore. And coming up next, we're here at the Churchville Inn for our Teed Off segment, right here on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management.
And you knew what to look for. There's certain guys you'd see going to a tournament live, and you could pick out Ian Poulter from 2 holes away. Hi everyone, Ron Jaworski here. I just want to let you in on a little secret. Here, just outside of Atlantic City, you'll find some of the top-rated golf courses in the world. Imagine playing these championship courses during the day, then playing your hand at something else at night. Casinos, bars, clubs, shows. Atlantic City has something for all the ways you like to play. So pack your bags for the ultimate golf getaway. Do AC and play AC Golf. AC Golf, where the play continues well into the night.
If 5 friends are having a light beer and they all put their drinks down in the same place, how long will it take to find the Yingling Light Lager? About that long. because the rich amber color of Yingling Light Lager makes it stand out from the rest. The true lager flavor, however, makes it disappear. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. Yingling Light Lager, from America's oldest brewery. Rethink your light beer.
Guests of Inside Golf enjoy dining at Sim Sim, the popular Asian fusion restaurant located on Germantown Avenue in the heart of scenic Chestnut Hill.
And now it's time for Teed Off, brought to you by Yingling, America's oldest brewery.
Who went in the front door of clubs instead of the back door.
And welcome back. Inside Golf continues. We're at the Churchville Inn for Teed Off. Churchville Inn in Bucks County, the Churchville area, where they have the best baby back ribs. Just asked Harry Mays, and, well, craft beers, plenty of them. Our panel today, speaking of Harry, here he is, Harry Mays from 97.5 The Fanatic, weeknights, 10 o'clock. Tune in. Also, Joe Logan, myphillygolf.com, and local golf professional, and now an author. We have Bob Shepard with us. The book is called If They Hadn't Invented Golf, We Never Would Have Needed the Damn Whiskey. Okay. Golf, some people think, was invented so that guys can go out and buy fancy clothes. I mean, let's face it. It's one of the few sports, Shep, where you don't require a uniform, except if you're playing for your country in the Ryder Cup or the President's Cup. Was it always that way? I mean, how has golf clothing evolved through the ages?
Well, golf in the beginning of its start was done in Scotland, Ireland, in the UK, and the weather's very cranky over there. Wool is the best material to get wet because it doesn't soak, it absorbs, and also it wind dries. So if you have a wool pants on and wool socks, you got a pretty good chance of getting around on a wet day and not getting too soaked. So knickers or +4s became the most popular thing for golf because you're walking through high grass most of the time. So the +4s, there's +2s, there's +6s and +8s, which is the length of the drape of the pant. So
see what you learn when you tune into this show every week.
This is a very big educational deal. But +4s were the rage. They were the big rage. And they were made extremely popular with a guy named Walter Hagen when he came in around the 30s. He was dressing more like a banker than a golfer. He sort of changed the repertoire from being a sport into a gentleman's game.
Well, and Joe, I know you weren't around back in those days, but Walter Hagen was really stylish.
The Hague.
He was the Hague, and he really set the pace for everybody when it came to fashion on the links.
Well, I think he certainly did dress well, and I think every golf pro in the world owes a great debt of gratitude to Walter Hagen because he was arguably the first golf pro who went in the front door of clubs instead of the back door. Back then, in those days, you know, there was almost a servant position. He would have none of that, and every pro today can thank him for it.
Right, big convertible, and the Hague sitting in the back with the cigars, maybe a pretty lady or two with him ready to go.
Said he had a limo for himself and a limo for his clothes.
There you go. But Harry, things have evolved.
Yes, they have.
Now we have Smash Mouth. Is that what it, or Loudmouth? Loudmouth with John Daly. We have the Orangeman.
Right.
Ricky Fowler. I mean, have things. I mean, what would Walter Hagen and Gene Saracen say if some product manufacturer come up and said, "Hey, we want you to wear our loudmouth pants"?
Well, I tell you, I think Walter Hagen probably would have gotten into a loudmouth getup. I think you could design something for him. But I said in a previous episode that when I first discovered golf on television in the 70s, it was guys with beer bellies and bad pants. And it evolved somewhere in the late 80s, guys like Fred Couples with the casual, cool wear of him, Davis Love, getting into the polo, branding and things like that. And then we come into this decade, and you just start seeing incredible clothes. Tiger Woods, it became a fashion statement. Guys would wear certain outfits on certain days in tournaments, and you knew what to look for. There's certain guys you'd see going to a tournament live, and you could pick out Ian Poulter from 2 holes away.
Right.
It becomes a brand and an identity. I think it's really cool. I think it's great for the game.
You mentioned Poulter, and he has a whole fashion line.
Yeah.
As did Greg Norman was big on that.
So does Graham McDowell.
Jack Nicklaus had his own.
Palmer with the umbrella.
Right.
Arnie with that from Bay Hill. But Joe, I mean, now it's not only what they're wearing in terms of pants and shirts and sweaters, the shoes, the golf bags, everything. The colors just kind of blow you away, don't they?
Big money. Harry talking about Tiger Woods, when he was in the absolute heyday of his career, Nike would pick out his clothes for each major, each day, months in advance, because they had to have, when he wore an outfit on Friday,
the next day,
it had to be in the stores Saturday, because they would get a lot of people coming in looking for those outfits.
Well, it's that time of the year. Ladies, keep your man looking good on the golf course. Head to the pro shops and buy him a shirt or 2 or 3. Joe Logan, myphillygolf.com. Thanks also to Harry Mays from 97.5 The Fanatic in Philadelphia, and my buddy Bob Shepard, who also writes on phillyburbs.com. Thanks, guys. Inside Golf continues with more in just a moment. The Churchville Inn is one of Bucks County's most unique dining experiences. There's history, an assortment of great food featuring the best baby back ribs anywhere, a varied selection of craft beers. The Churchville Inn, where good friends and a great meal come together every time.
At this moment, across the country, families are packing their bags for a getaway. And no matter where they end up, they'll all be home by dinner. Plan your own at playgolfamerica.com. From finding fun and affordable programs to finding advice from PGA and LPGA professionals, playgolfamerica.com has a way for you to get away. Visit today for details. playgolfamerica.com, your link to the game.
Defining a target, realizing a dream. Susquehanna Bank can help you get your plans off the ground. Whether you're sending kids to college or doing something special for yourself. Susquehanna's financial advisors are worth talking to. We can help you find the smartest way to borrow money and save money in the process. Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts for dreamers like you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more golf course tours, swing tips, and deals on greens fees, check out the new teeitupphilly.com. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. And remember, you know how Sandy had quite an impact along the Jersey Shore? No impact with the golf courses of PlayACGolf.com.
They're all in great shape, so go on out and play
And
this
they're
weekend.
waiting for you with this mild winter weather.
That's right.
Next week, we will be taking a look at Ballamore, and also one of the golf courses that I always remember, Twisted Dune.
You had something memorable happen there, Harry.
Hole in one. That's pretty memorable, right?
That is amazing.
Yeah, it seems
Can't
like
say
it
that
was
enough, can we?
just yesterday. Hey, there's some trips involved too, right?
Yeah, you can win a getaway. Just go to our website, insidegolf.net, and we have a link to Play AC Golf, and you can win a really special getaway. So make sure you enter. Again, it's a link on our website, insidegolf.net.
For Ellen Coloche, I'm Harry Donahue. Remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. And we'll see you next time on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank doing what counts. By PlayACGolf.com. Visit PlayACGolf.com to plan your Atlantic City golf getaway, where the play continues well into the night. By Club Champion, better fit, lower scores. Visit our Bala Cynwyd location. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.